Hello and welcome to the Kobe City Masaki Park Stadium as the top two teams in the East region of the AFC Champions League Elite showdown here on match day 4 as Japanese champions and league leaders Vissel Kobe face South Korea's Gwangju, who've been struggling domestically but have been so far perfect in their debut Champions League campaign. 9 points at the top of the table. Vissel Kobe had 7 at the start of play, and an opportunity for the Japanese leaguers to become the East region league leaders with a victory here today. 19 degrees centigrade, the conditions perfect for Champions League elite football, and the growing expectations of these supporters who prior to last season had only seen their club win one Emperor's Cup. It's always been an ambitious club, but last season finally broke the glass ceiling and claimed their first J-League title. They are 3 games away from retaining that title and potentially winning a domestic double, claiming both the trophies they've won before in the club's history in the same season. And who's to say that it won't end next year by becoming the Asian champions? After a slow start to 2024, Vissel Kobe are certainly running into form at just the right time. A 2-point advantage at the top of the table domestically with 3 games to go. For Gwangju, though, it's become all about the Champions League after a poor K-League campaign that will see them finish in the bottom half of the table in Korea. Out of the Korean Cup, they were beaten in the semi-finals in that competition, but their opening 3 games, in stark contrast to their domestic form, suggests that a prolonged run in Asia's top club competition is a distinct possibility, keeping up a fine tradition that Korean clubs have at the top table of Asian club football. Well, they've not won for 2 games. They haven't scored in those 2 games either, a defeat and a draw since the 3-1 win against Johor Darul Tazim, which at the time on match day 3 was a top 2 clash. They saw off the challenge there, though, of the Malaysian side. They've actually lost 1 of their last 6 in all competitions, but all 3 wins in the Asian Champions League Elite, 2 of them coming against Japanese clubs. Can they make it a hat-trick here against the side who currently are the best J-League club? They've won their last 3 games since a 2-0 loss here to FC Tokyo. They've won 8 of their last 9. Just 1 defeat in their last 16 games in all competitions, 13 wins and 2 draws. It is an awesome run of form from Vissel Kobe. Like last season, have timed their run of form to perfection to coincide with the end of their domestic campaign. Of course, the Asian club competitions cut across 2 Japanese seasons, which always makes life difficult for them, but didn't stop Urawa Reds from lifting the trophy in 2022, and even out of form Yokohama F. Marinos reaching the last final. It's a 3rd successive home game for Vissel Kobe in all competitions. They've won their last 2 here, a 2-1 win against Kyoto Sanga, 2-0 win against Jubilo Iwata, 2 clubs who are both struggling at the wrong end of the J-League table. And a similar challenge here against a Gwangju side who, when the K-League split after 33 games, found themselves finishing off their campaign against the teams in the bottom half. It is still a possibility they could be relegated, albeit, though, unlikely. Tokyo Verdy at the weekend for Vissel Kobe. The game's coming thick and fast. That will be their only league game between now and the Emperor's Cup final against Gamba Osaka on November the 23rd, as they look to win that competition for the 2nd time, the main Japanese Cup competition, which itself offers a gateway into the AFC Champions League Elite. Not that they'll need it, though. Currently top of the table, 2 clear of Sanfrecce Hiroshima, as the J-League title looks as though that's going to go to the wire. Can Vissel Kobe, though, pick up a 3rd win in this competition on match day 4 and go to the top of the group. As the two sides make their way out. Vissel Kobe you would expect on paper, start as favourites. There's been a bit of shuffling of the pack from Takayuki Yoshida. Kobe expects, nonetheless though, it's just their third appearance in the top club competition. They've reached the knockout stages in both the previous two, reaching the quarterfinals and the semi-finals. So the top two teams in the East region of the AFC Champions League Elite. The maiden season since the reorganisation of the AFC club competitions. And a debut campaign for the Korean side, Gwangju, in any of the continental club competitions. It's only Vissel Kobe's third appearance at this level. So with a domestic double to consider, a trip to Tokyo Verde coming up, Takayuki Yoshida has made a big call with his team selection, making 6 changes from the weekend. There's no Sakai, no Muto, no Yuya Osako in attack. They're neither in the team nor in the squad. Ino and Kikuchi come into the starting 11. Hatse, Kawasaki are called in, while Patrick, Miyashiro and Sasaki all get the nod to start for the Japanese champions. Khalif Al-Shamari, the linesman. It's Saudi Arabian officials all the way. Mohammed Al-Hoish is the main referee. Tatsushi Yamakawa wearing the armband for Vissel Kobe. Gwangju make 4 changes themselves from their weekend draw. Captain Ahn Yong-kyu returns at centre-back, while Choi Kyung-rok adds experience to the midfield. Georgian international Becca Mikkeltadze returns to the bench from injury on Saturday and makes his first start since September. Shin Chang-mu is recalled at centre-forward. The Albanian Jasir Asani is the one to watch. He's netted 6 of Gwangju's 11 goals in this competition, including a double last time out. He scored in all 3 games so far, and that included a hat-trick against Yokohama F. Marinos. Ranju Sasaki has been in and out of the team this season. He's back in it this evening. Highly talented midfield player who was a big feature in their run to their first J-League title last season. Hasn't quite hit the heights in this campaign, but a very talented individual nonetheless, and will certainly offer a goal threat from Vissel Kobe's midfields. Anaze Ino is naturally a right back. There is a school of thought that suggests he might be playing on the right wing this evening. There's a makeshift forward line, whoever the 3 are who make it up. John Patrick, the Brazilian, more than likely to start on the left, while Taizé Miyashiro was in central midfield at the weekend, could well be tonight's centre-forwards. Chance to prove himself, Deju Sasaki. So it is the visitors, Gwangju, who get us underway at the Kobe City Misaki Park Stadium in Kobe, as Vissel Kobe, second in the East region at the start of this round, take on the perfect leaders Gwangju, who have won all 3 of their matches. Actually start this game in 3rd place, Vissel Kobe, but they know a win would take them above Gwangju to the top of the table after 4 match days, the halfway point of this new league stage that has replaced the old group stage system. 2 from 2 so far, Gwangju against Japanese opposition. That astonishing 7-3 win against Yokohama F. Marinos, the 1-0 win away at Kawasaki Frontale. This is a different test altogether. Yokohama F. Marinos have had a shocking season, which led to the sacking of Harry Kuehl. Kawasaki Frontale certainly not what they were. The collision of heads. Seems to be okay. And Kim Jin-ho back on his feet. There is Lee Jung-hyo, 49-year-old, who's been in charge since 2022, led the club to promotion by winning the K2 title in his first season. Could never imagine that his first top-flight season would have seen his side finish 3rd and qualify for this competition for the first time in their history, before they'd really even consolidated themselves as a top-flight club in Korea. Hatsei back to Dayamaikawa. Mateus Tula just pulling away, the Brazilian centre-back, who's really made that place at centre-half his own this season. Pushes the ball forward out towards Ino. It does indeed look as though he is playing in a more advanced position on the right-hand side. It's Patrick. Loses out to Azani. Big boost for Gwangju, the return of Mikkel Tadze, the Georgian international. Patrick wins the ball, goes for goal. And Kim Kyung-min with the comfortable gather from the Brazilian winger, who tends to spend most of his playing minutes coming off the bench in the second half of games. Vissel Kobe and Serizo Azaka before that. Flag up for offsides. Takeyuki Yoshida, what a job he's done. Took over at a similar time to Lee Jung-hyo, his opposite number today. Represented Japan at under 17 level. It's his 3rd spell at the club. Former Vissel Kobe player, has now won the J-League as a coach and a player. He won it with 2000 with Yokohama F. Marinos, and then finally got the title the club was so desperate for last season. New focus now, though, is to lift the AFC Champions League. The ambition of Vissel Kobe knows no bounds. Semi-finals in 2020, quarter-finals in 2022. So they have history of performing well when they have been in this competition, Vissel Kobe. Victory against Ulsan Hyundai on match day 3. Victory against Korean opposition. It's the first time these two clubs have met. They were beaten, though, by Yeonbuk Motors of Korea in the quarterfinals of 2022. Had lost the last 2 matches against Korean sides they faced in Asian club competition prior to the win against Ulsan. Across from Byung-jin Soo by An Young-kyu. Header away by Tula. Only as far as the dangerous Yasir Azani. Absolutely destroyed Yokohama F. Marinos. They made a lightning quick start last time out as well. It's got 2 goals in the opening 6 minutes against Johor Darul Tazim. Kim Jin-ho. Park Tae-jun feeds it out to Azani again. Shin Chang-moo. Kim Jin-ho. Just trying to keep the ball in these early moments, avoid any early onslaught that can often happen when you're away in continental club competition. To Song Kwon. Towards Shin Chang-moo. Foot in from Patrick, but whistle goes. Playing in Bulgaria and Moldova, Jean-Patrick, before found himself at Cerezo Osaka, played just the 1 season there, scored 5 goals in 28 appearances, a lot of those though off the bench, which has been his lot for Vissel Kobe as well this season. 1 goal in 28 appearances in J1, the top J-League division. Foot in from Hatsuze. Sends the cross in early. Whistle's gone. Hatsuze, the left back, player who can operate in either full-back position. He's in his mid-20s. Gamba Osaka player, he could well be facing his former side in the Emperor's Cup final. Ino tried to win the header. Brought away though by Park Tae-jun. Choi Kyung-wook. Spreads it out to Azani. This is Hatsuze. To throw for Vissel Kobe. Really showing for Hatsuze. It wasn't the best of throws. It was cut out by Park Tae-jun. Miyashiro, who's down for Vissel Kobe. The indignity of the ball being kicked at him as well while he was laid down there. Ten goals this season. A decent return from Miyashiro, just one behind Muto and Osako, their regular goal scorers. Versatile player though, can operate in the midfield as he did at the weekend. It's a bit groggy, doesn't he, making his way to the side, Miyashiro. And Osako not in the squad at all. Relatively limited options up front. 20-year-old Nina Tominaga is on the bench, trying to get in behind here. It's pulled back towards Ino. Good run from Sasaki. Does that so well, gets beyond the forwards. Daiju Sasaki, creator, and if the chances come, he can take them as well. 5 goals from midfield this season. Once again, is the top midfield goal scorer in Vissel Kobe's side. And Mateus Tula forward from the back. He could be a real threat from set pieces. A couple of J-League goals this season. Swing and delivery. The whistle's gone early again, though. Pushing and shoving in there. The referee did have a word with the players before the ball was actually delivered in. Drew at Buriram United in Thailand on match day 1. Followed that up with a 2-1 win against Shandong Taishan of China. And then last time out, 2-0 winners at Ulsan Hyundai. Miyashiro has certainly been the striker in form for them in this competition, with 3 goals, including the 2 against Ulsan last time out. There's Ino, trying to go on the outsides. Club in 2022 from Sagan Tozu, Nanase Ino. Reading right back usually, but on this occasion a right winger. Kim Jin-ho. Touch off by Yong Ho Yong. And the ball over the top for Azani to chase. Are quickly out. That's what they can do, Gwangju. Quickly change it up, and suddenly Azani cuts in from his starting position out on the right. Gets in behind defenders. No slouch when it comes to finishing off chances either, as we've already seen. Changmu. Seong Kwon. Su. Both Vissel Kobe's previous Champions League runs have been ended by Korean opposition. Motors in 2022, Ulsan Hyundai 2 years before that. So they could pick up a second straight win against a K-League side. Psychologically, it's got to be good for their hopes. There's Tula. Strong challenge, and a free kick given. Kawasaki, the player fouled by Ho Yong. Miyashiro to Suze, was caught late actually by Changmu. Not surprised there's a talking to. I think he's lucky there actually not to get a yellow card. Shin Changmu. quite so bad when you see it in slow motion and from that angle. He was late. Suzette. Oh, that's another free kick. Song Kwon this time. Could well see a card and does. He can have any complaints about that, Jo Song Kwon. Slicing straight through Miyashiro. It's a poor challenge. Goodness me. Referee absolutely right to pull out the yellow card. Especially so quickly after the challenge that Shin Chang-moo was spoken to about. First yellow card of the evening. Goes to the Gwangju right back. Miyashiro makes his way forwards. First season with the club, joined from Kawasaki Frontale. J-League winner in 2020, Emperor's Cup winner last season. Could be about to win both again this campaign with Vissel Kobe. Suzette. Exactly the delivery they were expecting, spread the play instead. Ino recycling it to Yamakawa. Kawasaki. Now Tula. It's going to be another free kick. Miyashiro fouled again. This time by Byung-Jun-soo. Jumping in a bit in these early moments, Gwangju. You've got to be careful. Last thing you want to do is rack up too many yellow cards. Against a side like Vissel Kobe, have some good runners with the ball and who are good in possession of it. More defending then for Gwangju. Another free kick for Vissel Kobe, and you'd expect the delivery to be better this time from Hatsuze. Clips it into the box this time, too high for Ino. Here's Miyashiro on the turn. Just pulls it the wrong side of the post, it's a goal kick. He's made a bright start to the game, Taizé Miyashiro. Neat first flick to make the space to get the shot away. Instinctively hitting it on the turn, but off target this time. Gwangju won't want to afford him too many chances though. Heavily reliant on the goals of Osako last season, so it was a sensible move to bring him in from Kawasaki Frontale. It's a move that's worked well for them, enabled them to spread the goals around a bit. Of course, Osako not getting any younger. Patrick. Here's Hatsuze. Too much on that though for Yamakawa. Through for Gwangju. There's a bit of an undercurrent boiling over here. Shove on Miyashiro from Byung-Jun-soo. Keep their cool here, particularly the Gwangju players. A fine line there if you just walk up and shove an opponent right in front of the referee. Miyashiro happy with that challenge of Jo Song Kwon. He's already been booked, remember. It's one to keep an eye on. started the game, you think it's unlikely that Jo Song-kwon will finish it. Either removed by his manager to avoid being sent off, or the latter. Utatsa. As Ho-yeon tried to feed it through to him. Really been able to get the Georgian involved in the game yet, Gwangju. Given that one away. It's Miyashiro. Ino outside him. Clips the ball across Ino. Patrick hit it first time. And Ideguchi took a swipe at it too. Hatsuze to Tula. So Kobe certainly dominating possession of the ball. Gwangju already finding this is a very different prospect to their previous two encounters with J-League clubs in this competition. Jo Song-kwon. Coached by Kim. Solid header from Tula. Picked up by Ho-yeon. In midfield though for Gwangju. It's Ho-yeon. Zani makes the break through the middle, and Ho-yeon has set him away. Tula just checking the run though of the Albanian, and then Hatsuze gets it away. That was well defended by Vissel Kobe. It is a move that we've seen cut open many a defence in the early part of this season's Champions League Elite. Generally it results in Azani getting his name on the score sheet. 6 in 3 so far. If Marinos couldn't cope with him, by the time Johor Darul Tazim got to grips with him, he'd already scored twice. Goal of the game as well against Kawasaki Frontale. Song-kwon's throw. Changmu. Trick gets the foot in. Sasaki will take the throw. Deflected off a Gwangju player. Suze to take it. Seen plenty of it, the left back. Yamakawa. From Kikuchi to Tula. Hatsuze. Clearance away as Azani threatened to get through. Maikawa hasn't had too much to do so far. Could be so dangerous though on the counter. Gwangju. Defended by Kikuchi. Sasaki. It's a free kick for Vissel Kobe. Has kept his place in the centre of the defence alongside Tula. Some suggestion that Kikuchi might play in there and Yamakama might go to right back, but it is Kikuchi who's on the right. Makes sense really. KOR and Tula have a pretty good partnership. Tadze, a couple of caps for Georgia. Yeah, with an injury since September, returned at the weekend. Got some minutes from the bench in the second half, but handed the start here. Seen a great deal of the ball so far, though. Tadza was one of the scorers in the 7 rout of Yokohama F. Marinos. As Ino wins the free kick for Vissel Kobe. Another chance to swing one in here. Across to the far side to take it, so we're aiming just to hang it in towards the penalty spot. Usual suspects are forward Tula, Yamakawa. From Hatsuze, flushed away by Kyungmin. The ball, Vissel Kobe, but yet to test Kim Kyung-min in the Gwangju goal. Shiro had that chance where he spun and hit it past the post. Suze with it. Almost every set piece has resulted in a free kick for Gwangju. Need to be a bit more disciplined in their attacking dead ball situations, Vissel Kobe. It's tight, wasn't it? It did stay down. It looked from that angle as though he was offside. It'd been interesting to see whether a belated flag would have gone up. In the end, because Tula dealt with the threat really well, helped out by Hatsuze, the left back. Song Kwon leaves that for Jazir Azani. That's a ball to nowhere. With all the time in the world just to roll it to Yamakawa. Kawasaki. Tula almost overdid it, just got a toe to it ahead of Asani as he was threatening to take it away in what would have been a really dangerous situation. Yamakawa, you know, the intended target. Jinho to Mikkel Tadza. Towards Changmu, beaten to that by Tula. Getting too much time to dwell on the ball in midfield. Just clip forward towards Teju Sasaki. Gwangju trying to play their way out, but it's a throw for Vissel Kobe. They've not exactly looked composed in possession of the ball this evening, Gwangju. It's down to the work off the ball from Vissel Kobe. Mankawa out towards Patrick. Song Kwon with the header. Tula. Mankawa out to Kikuchi. Tula, more than happy to carry the ball forward for Vissel Kobe. won a major trophy. So Kobe didn't win their first until 2019, just 5 years ago, lifting the Emperor's Cup. Jose with the throw. He can get a fair distance on these. Threat from set pieces and throw-ins. There's the flick on towards Patrick, who nods it down. Sasaki got a toe to it. And an easy claim from Kim Kyung-min. Sharon Ho-yong. Jun-soo. To Song Kwon. Zani holding the line. Song Kwon forced backwards though. Switched across by Kim Jin-ho. Ino fighting for the ball. Wins the throw for Vissel Kobe. Had a loan spell with Brazilian club Palmeiras, did Daiju Sasaki. Didn't actually make a Brasileirão appearance in the league, but no doubt learned a great deal. Technically really gifted player. Was capped by Japan at under 18 level. Here's Tula. Beaten to the header, but Kikuchi picks up the loose ball. Sasaki gets the cross in towards Patrick. It drops for the shot. Beaten away, it was Kawasaki who hit it. Certainly not a regular fixture in the midfield, Yuya Kawasaki. He's only played 11 times in J1 this season. He's playing the holding role this evening though. Allows Sasaki in particular to get forward, and Ideguchi as well. Sometimes have an impact from the bench on Patrick. Never really seen him have an impact from the start of games, and this match is taking a similar pattern so far in the opening half an hour for the Brazilian. Pressure from Ino. It's good pressing from Vissel Kobe. They are struggling to play their way out, the Koreans. A coach at Gwangju before getting it the manager's role. It's actually his first senior management role, and what a job he's done, Lee Jung-gyo, to lead them into the Champions League Elite. Treat just taking a on the knee. Just over 10 minutes to half-time. Vissel Kobe 0, Gwangju 0. Both teams unbeaten. Gwangju have won all three. Vissel Kobe 2 wins and a draw from their opening three. We'll be at the halfway stage when this match day is completed in both the East and West regions. Target, remember, the top 8 from the 2 leagues of 12 qualify for the knockout stages. Hatsuse. He's had plenty of practice in this first half. A lot of set pieces given away by Gwangju. Feeds it in again, and then the header on from Tula. The wrong side of the post. It's the kind of delivery he loves. Stole a march on his marker, did Mateus Tula. Glancing header though, but just too much of an angle on it. And Kim Kyung-min still yet to be forced into a save in the Gwangju goal. Tadza hasn't seen a great deal of the ball on that left side. Same too for Jazir Asani on the right. Shin Chang-mu, the centre forward, has been chasing shadows really for Gwangju. Header from Kawasaki. Suze's touch back to Tula. Yamakawa. Be careful here though, Vissel Kobe. They are so dominant in terms of setting the tempo of the game and possession of the football that sometimes you can lapse concentration, and one break from Gwangju they could easily find themselves behind. Here's Tula. Gwangju may have been struggling to score of late domestically, but they certainly haven't been in this competition. Goals in their opening three, helped of course by the 7 on match day 1 that Yokohama F. Marinos shipped. Vissel Kobe along with Buriram United have only conceded 1 from their opening 3 games. Zasani. Touch off from Taejun. Jinho. Junsu to Jo Song-kwon. They're getting deeper and deeper with their possession, and then they end up having to go long. And that's mopped up by Tula. Taejun, header on from Mikkel Tadza, who'd come in off the wing to try and get himself involved, but Tula has it again, and now there's a bit of space for Ryoho Kikuchi. Goes back instead to Ideguchi. Mekawa, the best of passes. I think he was aiming for Ideguchi, but it found its way to Kikuchi anyway. Here's Ino. Tula. Just haven't been quite aggressive enough in the final third, Vissel Kobe. Here's Patrick. Chance now to run at the defence, and he's fouled by Song-kwon, who's on a yellow card, remember. He is walking a very fine line. 1 yellow card, then another challenge on Miyashiro off the ball that went unpunished, and yeah, that's a poor one on John Patrick. Takayuki Yoshida spotted it. He's saying that's 3 times now, and he's absolutely right. If they keep getting at Jo Song-kwon, the away side could easily find themselves reduced to player. Something that Lee Young-kyo will have to be considering, the Gwangju manager. Another free kick then. Hatsuse yet to really hit the target. He found the head of Tula last time, but his header was wide. Difficult header in fairness to get on target. Again by Hatsuse, deeper this time, and the header past the post from Deju Sasaki. That's 2 chances from the last 2 set pieces now for Vissel Kobe. It was effectively unmarked there by the time they realised it was too late. He was well into his jump. Sasaki. Tula disappointed to at least not have hit the target. The head of Eno, it's a throw for Gwangju. Jamakawa. That's another throw. Quarter-final loss to Yeonbuk Motors, by the way, is Vissel Kobe's only home defeat in 8 games in Asian club competition. 3-1 after extra time here. Far from infallible in this stadium, though. They've lost 5 home games in J1 this season. 9 wins and 4 draws domestically. Won their last 2, though. Tula. Back again by the Brazilian, finds Patrick. Tula. From Jo Song-kwon. Back with Junsu. To Kim Jin-ho. Steps away from Eno. Gets back at him and then fouls. It's a free kick. Despite the fact they've seen significantly less of the ball in attacking positions, Gwangju will probably be the happier of the 2 teams. This would be a pretty useful point for them. To their 100% record, of course, but it's probably going to go at some point. Tula. A home game up next against Shanghai Shenhua. 2 more games against Chinese opposition. Shanghai Shenhua followed by Shandong Taishan, and then Buriram United in February of Thailand is the final fixture for Gwangju. It's Hatsuze. Over the top for Sasaki to chase. Hatsuze. Kawasaki. Touch inside from Miyashiro. Ho-Yong. Michael Tadza. Song-kwon. Kim Jin-ho. Again, they're struggling to get out. Gwangju, good pressure from Eno. Draws the mistake from Kim Jin-ho. Patrick helps it on to Sasaki. Hideguchi out to Eno. Kikuchi gets the cross in, but headed away. Only as far as Yamakawa, who's under pressure from Mikkeltadze. Yamakawa onto it though. To the way for Vissel Kobe, but it's not all the way through. Sasaki will chase it, but I think he knew the flag was going up for offside. It was a half-hearted grabbing of possession. There's very little to do, Yamakawa, but then his opposite number can say the same, despite the fact that Vissel Kobe have dominated the first half. They've created very little, just a couple of headers from set pieces from Tula and Sasaki, that half chance on the turn from Miyashiro. Good pressure again by Ino. It's fallen for Miyashiro here, who tried to square it. And the referee has spotted a handball and given a penalty to Vissel Kobe. Well, he certainly thought about it. Miyashiro appeals. And after giving himself a bit of thinking time, points to the spot. And Vissel Kobe with the opportunity right on the stroke of half-time, and there seems to be some discussion taking place over who's going to take the penalty. Clearly catches the arm of Park Tae-jun. He's being checked just for confirmation. At least if that's overturned though. And Taizé Miyashiro. Step up for Vissel Kobe. 3 goals in the competition so far. He scored in the last 2, one against Shandong Taishan. Both the goals in the winning career against Ulsan. Chance to score his 4th of the competition and his 3rd against Korean opposition here in 2 games. What will probably be the last kick of the first half. Miyashiro against Kim Kyung-min then. To give the Japanese champions the lead right on the stroke of half-time. And Miyashiro tucks it away. And it is Vissel Kobe who break through. They've had all the ball, they've set the tempo of the game, but they weren't creating a great deal. Let the truth be told. They've been handed a penalty quite literally on the stroke of half-time. Clearly hit the arm of Park Tae-jun. And Taizé Miyashiro nets his 4th goal of this season's Champions League Elite. He has scored 4 of Vissel Kobe's 5 that they've scored now in this league stage. And the Japanese champions have the lead in a match which, if they win, will take them above Gwangju and to the top of the East region table. That was indeed the final kick of the first half, in which there weren't too many chances. When the penalty presented itself, Miyashiro didn't need asking twice. Jean-Patrick, the Brazilian, asked the question of whether or not he should take it, but Miyashiro did what he's been doing in the opening stages of this season's Champions League Elite. A shake of the head from Becca Mikkeltadze on his way off. It's been a difficult first half, and at half-time it's Vissel Kobe 1, Gwangju 0. Hatsuze with the latest set piece. They've had so many of them in the first half. It's a good delivery again. Sasaki rising. This is Ino. Hatsuze. Has laid the problem a bit for Vissel Kobe. A lot of pressure, a lot of the ball, but struggling to find that killer ball, that bit of quality in and around the Gwangju penalty area. Clipped out by Tula towards Patrick, who takes it well. Good first touch. He's claiming a corner. Song Kwan, not one of those players taken out for the second half changes, despite the fact he's on that yellow card. Tula, Yamakawa forwards, Kikuchi in there as well. Hatsuze to deliver in front of the really noisy section of Vissel Kobe supporters. It's a low delivery this time. Patrick tried to flick it on. That looked like handball by Azani. It's another free kick to Vissel Kobe, and Hatsuze might fancy this. Yeah, off the thigh, he definitely guided the ball forward with the arm, Azani. He knew it as well. It's not one of those where it deflects up off the thigh and onto the arm. You could see he actively guided the ball back into his path. So Kim Kyung-min may have a test on his hands here if Hatsuze decides to go directly for goal. Quite a way out. It would be a good strike, but he's certainly capable of it. It is Hatsuze! Terrific effort. And Kyung-min clawed it away. I think when he hit that, he thought it was going in, and I think so did most of the stadium, in truth. Half a step the other way, and he wouldn't have got there, Kim Kyung-min. Hatsuze's thrown out. Tula up there battling. It's going to be a Gwangju throw. Sasaki. I think he just carried that over. It's a goal kick for Gwangju. Pushing for this second goal, Vissel Kobe. Yul has come on and hasn't seen the ball yet. Azani has been a non-entity, remember, having scored in all three of Gwangju's matches so far. Nobody's quite sure of just how many points it will take to make it into the top 8, but Gwangju may well have almost done enough already with 9 points. Patrick with the cross in! And the shot from Miyashiro straight at the goalkeeper, and Sasaki follows in and makes it 2-0. Deju Sasaki up and running in the Champions League Elite with his first goal of this season's competition. And Vissel Kobe in cruise control here, 9 minutes into the second half. They lead Gwangju by 2-0. And the Koreans' 100% start certainly in jeopardy, and so is their unbeaten record as well. Patrick did well. Miyashiro probably thought he'd score, but hit it straight at Kim Hyung-min. He parried it though straight out into the path of Daiju Sasaki, and as he so often is from midfield, was there to finish it off. And the scoreline now more reflective of the dominance that Vissel Kobe have enjoyed in this game. There is a VAR check taking place. So awaiting confirmation as to whether or not it is 2-0. It's difficult to see too much wrong with it. Whether there was initial offside was there against Patrick. Another double change for Gwangju. Mikkel Tadze coming off. Hasn't seen a lot of the ball, but probably still not match sharp yet. And now Jo Song-kwon does come off. 2 goals down. The last thing they need is to risk going down to 10 men. Giving the ball away again, Gwangju. Vissel Kobe looking for another one now that that goal has been confirmed. Over the top for Yul to chase. And it's a foul straight through the back of Kikuchi. Yul, it's not a prolific forward by any means, just 2 goals in 30 appearances this season in the K-League. Sasaki challenging. And Hyo-young got a toe to it though, and this is Junsu. Closed down by Patrick though is Hatsuze. He's so quick off the ball today, Vissel Kobe. Kawasaki out to Kikuchi. Ino. Spot behind by the substitute, Kim Han-gil. Just one more change to make for Gwangju now. All 4 have been used 12 minutes into the second half. Well, the suggestion was this would be the group leaders' first big test. At the moment they're failing it against a Vissel Kobe side, let's not forget, who are missing a few of their big guns here. Muto, Osako, Gotoku Sakai, the raiding right back, not involved. Those home supporters can sense more goals here. Put in by Hatsuze. Sasaki trying the little flick finish, which would have been spectacular had it come off, but the whistle's gone. You're wrestling for the loose ball, but it's a free kick for Vissel Kobe. Well, this has been a real wake-up call, hasn't it, for Gwangju? After edging off Kawasaki Frontale, hammering 7 past Yokohama F. Marinos. Facing Vissel Kobe, the champions of Japan and the current league leaders. It's a very different challenge, even with some big names missing. Patrick Miyashiro. Yellow cards. Scored the penalty, could have had a second. Just catching Junsu. Here's Patrick. Kawasaki. Now Hatsuze. Patrick again. Miyashiro trying to go on the outside. That's a goal kick. Confirmation of his yellow card, the first Vissel Kobe player to be booked. Somewhat of an irony when you consider the kicking that he's taken in the game so far. But he did catch beyond Junsu, there's no doubt about that. It was petulant. Kyung Jae on to replace An Yong-kyu at centre-back. Hugh Gyun, another of the Gwangju changes. Razani. To the edge of the box is Azani. Cross into the centre is punched away by Maikawa. Look at that. Not a single shot on target from Gwangju. This is the side, let's not forget, who started the evening top of the table. That is Ino. Makes way for Haruya Ida. So Kobe throw from Kikuchi. It's going to be a free kick. Azani. Another free kick for Gwangju. There's been no response for them at all at the start of the second half from that late concession of that penalty in the first half, and certainly no response from the second goal either, after Sasaki headed in. It's It's been more in keeping with their domestic performances, this one, than what we've seen from them in the Champions League so far. Here's Yule. Hyugin. Hatsuze. And now Sasaki's away here. Will he have the legs to take it on and finish it? Deju Sasaki gets a second bite at it and then was caught. Referee says no, though. Big save from Kim Kyung-min, because that was the game done and dusted right there. As Sasaki had put it away. It was a poor finish, in truth, from the midfielder, having had the legs to see off the defenders that were chasing him. Both players are down from that collision there. And then it was a mistake from Kim Kyung-jae, the substitute, who fed it into the path of Sasaki, and that was a poor finish. I'll tell you what, I'm surprised the follow-up challenge isn't being looked at. Came back to him, and watch this challenge here. There's the first touch. There's certainly no contact on the ball, and to me that looks like it's going to be a second penalty. Well, he may get a reprieve here, Sasaki, for a chance that he really should have scored first time around. But there wasn't an awful lot of contact on the ball, and a great deal on Daiju Sasaki. Players taking some drinks on board while we wait the upshot of this. And still the check is ongoing. The replay looked pretty conclusive, but no penalty given. So a double let-off really for Gwangju there. Save from Kim Kyung-min. And it remains at 2-0. Kyung-jae. Fed back to Dayamaikawa. Hatsuze. Tula. He's dispossessed. Here's Hyo-yul. And no real power on that from Lee Hyugin. Well, still over 20 minutes to go here. If Gwangju could step it up and grab a goal back, you never know. It's a very comfortable 2-0 lead at the moment, though, for Vissel Kobe. I've barely been asked any questions at all. I think that effort from Lee Hyugin was Gwangju's first attempt at goal. Hideguchi. Miyashiro. Yong Ho-yong. Choi Kyung-rock. Azani. Yule touches it out. Shipped on again to Hyugin. Taken away though. And a free kick given. Pretty straightforward so far for his side. Who are by no means in top gear. Reality check maybe for Lee Young-hyo and his team. Well, that's a free kick. That was fortunate because Haira Ida looked as though he'd picked his pocket there and was away. Over the top for Hyo Yul, who couldn't get there. Heavy touch too from Choi Kyung Rock. Sasaki defended the ball well, fed it into Miyashiro, who looked for Ida. Hangil. Just look completely bereft of ideas at the moment, Gwangju. If this continues like this, it would be a third match in a row in which they failed to score in all competitions. Kikuchi. Sasaki gets the cross in first time, and a bit of pinball in the Gwangju penalty area before they get it away. Ho-yeon wins the free kick. Since that astonishing start against Johor Darul Tazim on match day 3, when they scored twice in the opening 6 minutes of that game, they really have struggled to find the target, Gwangju. The 1-0 win at Kawasaki Frontale, by the way, was their only away win in their last 6 in all competitions. They were beaten 1-0 by Incheon United in the K-League in their last game. They've lost 3 of their last 4. It's looking like 4 from 5 now, unless they can turn this around. 2-0 can feel comfortable until you concede one, and then the whole momentum can swing. Gwangju will be hoping that's the case, but you need to at least threaten, and they really haven't done that. Another collision of heads. Sasaki is down for Vissel Kobe. It was more shoulder on head, wasn't it? Sasaki holding his head, but I think he's fine. Well, he's getting back to his feet again, Park Tae-jun, which is good to see. It's quite a hit he took off the shoulder of Sasaki. Kyung-jae. Strong challenge from Ideguchi. A legal one though, free kick. Played into Yul, challenged by Tula. It's been a bit stop-start in the last few moments, as Gwangju do everything they can to try and get some kind of foothold in this contest. Heavy control though by Hangil. Kikuchi trying to swing it across. Now Azani. Good run by Azani. Choi spent too long in possession of the ball though. Choi Kyung-rok. Had a chance to deliver that back first time and keep the momentum there, but once he took the extra touch, the chance was gone. That's the end of that attack from Gwangju. Goal kick, Vissel Kobe, 15 minutes to go. And they lead Gwangju by 2-0. They've been enjoying their early run in the AFC Champions League Elite. Must have been thinking it was pretty easy. First 3 games they've ever played in Asian club competition in their debut continental season. 3 games, 3 wins, 2 of them against J-League opposition, but match number 3, this time against the Japanese champions. They've been completely outplayed here, Gwangju. Free kick for Vissel Kobe. Zani has really been on the periphery of the game, having been the standout player in front of goal in the whole of the Eastern Region League so far. Hasn't had a sniff today though. Hangil. Not been comfortable in possession at all, Gwangju, due to the work off the ball by Vissel Kobe. That's a foul by Miyashiro. Quickly glanced to the referee. Hart must have skipped a beat there for a second because he's on a yellow card. Could do without losing him, Vissel Kobe, the player who's scored 4 of their 6 goals in this competition. Gwangju throw. Hangil with it. Nobody really showing. Now Yulis. Got a foot to it after being fouled, and it's a free kick to Gwangju in a decent position here. As comfortable as Vissel Kobe are, it just takes that one moment, doesn't it? Goal back for Gwangju, and the whole thing could change, and that could easily happen from a set piece like this. Not a great deal to enjoy, the travelling Gwangju supporters. Fairly fruitless journey so far. Kyo-yul offers an aerial threat. Junsu up there as well. Kyung-jae. And it's Park Tae-jun to deliver. Patrick with the header away, and a complete miss kick by Ho Yeon as he looked to hit it first time, but here's Azani. Hangil, and a corner for Gwangju, and this represents the most amount of pressure they've had in one concerted attack in the whole game. Can they make it count? Azani over it. KOR on his toes. He hasn't really had to be in the 79 minutes we've had so far. Can Azani find a bit of quality here for Gwangju when they need it most? Header away by Kawasaki. Azani twisting and turning, trying to find the space. He's done brilliantly, Azani. And Patrick back there got the block in. Ho-Yon's delivery is blocked. Jinho. And this time it's a goal kick. Fabulous bit of skill from Azani. I think it's Yuya Kawasaki who's down here. Two to beat here, and he found a way through brilliantly. Lovely bit of skill. Patrick was back there to get the block in. Good defending from the Brazilian. Through the legs of Hatsuze. More changes. Patrick is coming off after that pretty useful bit of defending. Hatsuze making way as well for Vissel Kobe. Yuki Honda is on. Koya Yuraki. Yuraki is a like-for-like change for Jean-Patrick. Can be a fabulous flying winger at times, Yuraki, but sometimes can lack those finishing touches, those bits of finesse required. On his day, could be a real threat. Former Urawa Reds player, left in 2022 to join Vissel Kobe. Himself to the first career J-League title as a result of that move. Even if he did miss Urawa Reds' win in the Champions League later that year. Kikuchi's throw. Back heel from Sasaki. Kikuchi again. And the ball whipped across by Hiroya Ida. Yuraki trying to get involved straight away. Well, not been his night tonight. Looks as though his run of scoring is coming to an end. Final change for Gwangju. Rock replaced by Husion. Pressing again from Vissel Kobe, even this late in the game with a 2-0 advantage. Gwangju have played their way out this time though. Azani can he cut past Honda this time? He does. Overruns it though. Miyashiro. Free spotted a foul in there by Azani. A free kick to Vissel Kobe. Had the ball yet, has he, Yuraki, since coming on? times this season. Koya Yuraki. Kikuchi's throw. Touchdown by Miyashiro. Ida. Could have gone for a corner, but it's gone for a throw instead. Taken down well by Yong Ho Yom. Yong Ho Yon again. Vissel Kobe happy now. Body's behind the ball. Hui Song. Latest Gwangju substitute though, losing possession. Miyashiro with the little back heel to try and feed it into Sasaki. Miyashiro. Sasaki. Two players who have done the damage here. Miyashiro with the penalty. Tucked away just before half-time. Probably should have scored the second in truth, but they say from Kim Kyung-min falling favourably for the head of Sasaki. Could they add a third here? Yuraki to deliver. Will be an outswinger with the right foot. Not a bad ball either. Well dealt with though by Gwangju. Honda back to Yuraki. Clips the ball in. It was a decent ball from Yuraki. Miyashiro just unable to get a significant touch on it. It's given away again, a chance for a third, and Kim Kyung-min tips it round the post. Lapse in concentration there from Gwangju. The amount of times they've given the ball away trying to play out, and they very nearly gave a third goal away. Aroya Ida. Pretty much full stretch there, Kim Kyung-min tipping it away. Vissel Kobe just a couple of minutes by stoppages away from going to the top of the East Region table. The one remaining 100% record about to fall. Yuraki. Good turn by Yuraki, does well to get the cross in. Sasaki's header. And claimed again by Kim Kyung-min. Cut out initially by Yamakawa, now it's Tula. Well, Buriram United don't play until tomorrow when they travel to Yokohama F. Marinos. Now the only team who could move level on points now with Vissel Kobe. They are also the only other unbeaten team in the East Region. A late miracle here from Gwangju, but it's never really looked on at all. 2-0 Vissel Kobe really doesn't tell the whole story. They've been so comfortable and have played this really in second or third gear. Maikawa clears it away. Let's not forget, no Osako, no Sakai, no Muto. Hyugin, Tula. Launched by Maikawa. It's Miyashiro. Couldn't return it to Ida though. It's a throw for Vissel Kobe. Be really interesting to see how Gwangju respond to this first defeat. They will have home advantage in a few weeks' time when they take on Shanghai Shenhua. Or Sasaki just couldn't control it, either for himself or to lay it into the path of Taizé Miyashiro, who was up with him. Gwangju have really struggled to cope with those two tonight. It's another home game for Vissel Kobe next. They face the Australians, Central Coast Mariners. Sasaki, given away again by Ho Yon this time. Now Yuraki. Zani getting back to him. That's going to be a throw for Vissel Kobe. It's been lively since coming on. Yuraki offers that. Another double change for Vissel Kobe. There's Miyashiro's penalty, pretty much the last kick of the first half. Straight down the middle. Took a bit of the turf with that penalty, but it was a clean enough strike in the end. And he perhaps should have had a second. But the parry from the save from Kim Kyung-min onto the head of Daiju Sasaki, who scores his first Champions League Elite goal this season. Two goal scorers coming off. Yamauchi and Tominaga coming on. Corner then for Vissel Kobe. Just 20 years old. Tominaga, who's not featured in the J-League at all this season. For the last couple of minutes. It's come out to the edge of the box. Ida striking it. It's going to be a throw for Vissel Kobe. Final minute, a 4 to be added on. Vissel Kobe throw, which Honda will take. So his scoring streak looks as though it's coming to an end. Yasir Asani, it's still a pretty good return though, isn't it? 6 goals from the opening 4 games of a Champions League campaign. Kyung-jun Soo ran into traffic. Here's Kikuchi. Swings the cross in. Now Gwangju can bring it away. Lee Hyugin though running into trouble. It's been the case so often for Gwangju. Haven't played out of the back particularly well, haven't kept possession well, and they haven't kept their 100% start to the Champions League Elite campaign. Not only that, but their unbeaten record goes as well. Vissel Kobe along with Buriram United, who still have to play on match day 4 when they travel to Yokohama F. Mariners tomorrow. are the only unbeaten sides in the Eastern region. It is 3 wins and a draw, 10 points of Vissel Kobe, who hop above Gwangju to the top of the Eastern region table. They are top of J1, they are top of the Eastern region table, and they have an Emperor's Cup final to look forward to as well. Another goal for Miyashiro with a penalty, Sasaki with the second. It's finished Vissel Kobe 2, Gwangju 0.